Alrighty, last one. Woohoo! So this one is kind of a combination of two things. It's a combination of the company angle thing with sines and cosines, and the Pythagorean identity. So with this one, it's the same kind of strategy every time. I look at them and I say, all right, I got a bunch of angles that are not the same. I got 60s and 30s. But what I do notice is that 60 plus 30 gives me 90. So what I can do is rewrite this. I can choose either of them to rewrite. But what I'm going to do is change everything over to a 30. So I'm going to rewrite these two. But instead of having 60s, I'm going to change them to 30s. So I know that this one right here is the same as cosine of what? That's right, 30. And this one is the same as sine of what? 30. So what I can do is now rewrite this as cosine 30. That's the first one. Now the second one is sine 60, but I know it's cosine 30. So it's cosine 30 times cosine 30. And then plus, well, I've got cosine 60, but I'm going to replace it with sine 30. So I write sine 30. And then I've got to put the other one. So I get a times sine 30 like that. So what I notice here is that I've got two things being multiplied by themselves. We call that squaring. Got cosine 30 times itself. I got sine 30 times itself. So my next line in fancy blue is going to be cosine squared of 30 plus sine squared of 30. And I notice now, right, like that this is just the Pythagorean identity. Remember? In green there, that's Pythagorean identity. Sine squared of a number plus cosine squared of that number gives me 1. The key is that they're the same numbers. So since I've got 30 and 30, I got it written as cosine squared of 30 plus sine squared of 30, but know that I can switch order when I'm doing addition. So this is really just another way of writing this, but with a 30 instead of a theta. So I know that it's the Pythagorean identity, and it just gives me value of 1.